Hello there, brave wilderness explorers. I assume by clicking on this video you know a thing or two about the Roblox wildlife. But what if I told you that things have not always been this way? Did you know that millions and millions of years ago there used to be a variety of now extinct prehistoric animals? You didn't know? Well, let me name a couple for you. I'll tell you the names of these extinct creatures, as well as how they behaved and the habits that they had. And to finish up each one, I'll also be telling you my opinion as to why I think they went extinct. Because I know you care about my opinion a lot, don't you? Slenders. One of the most infamous Roblox stereotypes of all time. The tale of the Slenders is that of a cringe one. The year was 2020. In many ways, the year 2020 was a terrible year. But as for Roblox, well, it was just tragic. Slenders were a very vile and filthy animal. They were very well known at the time as the Roblox players who always went out of their way to try and look really cool, even though deep down they really weren't, and they could always be easily identified by their signature Stitch face. Oh, and by the way, a little fun fact about the Stitch face. Did you guys know that the Stitch face has actually been around ever since 2009? It's just that it didn't really get popular until 2020. As for my thoughts as to why this species went extinct, in the year 2022 and especially the year 2023, as soon as it became common knowledge throughout the Roblox community that Stitch face was not cool, Slenders all of a sudden started to rapidly decline in numbers, until eventually they went completely extinct. A few Slenders aged, but majority of them evolved into what we now call an emo, and 50% of them now use headless instead of Stitch face. You know, it's kind of funny and sad at the same time for the emos, because quote-unquote cool Roblox players have always been made fun of for their faces. It's almost like they kind of just realized, well, we tried having this face and people made fun of it, and we tried having this face and people made fun of it, and we tried having this face and people made fun of it, so how about this, guys? How about we just don't have a face at all? Am I sad that these creatures went extinct? No, not at all. Roblox is like a dry, barren desert. The sands are always changing, and the sun is always baking. Actually, speaking of the sun, do you guys remember sunscreen eaters? Ah yes, the sunscreen eaters. A stereotype that I actually miss quite a lot. Can we be friends, Bob? Shut up, Tay-Tay. They had this very bizarre look to them where their face would be completely and totally white, while the rest of their body would be completely normal. Hence the nickname sunscreen eater. Being on the same evolutionary tree as the noobs, they weren't the most intellectual of creatures, but they were still smarter than the Slenders. Now, the reason why sunscreen eaters went extinct is a little bit more complicated than the Slenders, because unlike the Slenders, I believe there was 3 separate things that caused the sunscreen eaters to go extinct. The first of which being that the white face on all of these default avatars might have actually been an unintentional mistake, and after Roblox patched it, the downfall of the sunscreen eaters began, as brand new sunscreen eaters were now no longer being created. And as for the rest of the sunscreen eaters that already existed, the ones that decided to stick around and keep playing Roblox likely changed their avatars. And as for the ones that quit, well, I think we know why we don't see them anymore. Strangely, I don't think this creature was ever given an official nickname. I guess I'll just have to invent one myself. I'll call them the edibles. As a part of the subspecies of the troll, the edibles was a type of Roblox creature that used to go around trolling people by pretending to be an edible food. A lot of people hated and despised these arachnids, claiming them to be annoying and pretentious. There was enough of these creatures for it to count as a stereotype, but there was never ever really a large amount of them. And I don't actually have much of an opinion on them. I don't really remember what they were like. The reason why I think the edibles went extinct is for the exact same reason the Slenders went extinct. Am I sad that these guys are gone? Maybe just a little, but more so no than yes. They weren't the worst stereotype Roblox has ever seen, but they weren't the best either. Feeling a little chilly, are we? Well, I should hope not, because it's still a baking hot summer day. But I think I might know the reason why you're feeling a little bit cold at the moment. Is it because of our next extinct animal? The frost guards, or frosties for short? Well, shiver me timbers, because the game that I'm in right now, Life in Paradise, used to be teeming with frosties. How dare you get in my way? Once upon a time in Roblox, it was considered cool by many to have at least one or two of your limbs amputated and replaced with a piece of frost guard armor. I have no idea why this was ever a trend, and I ask myself that a lot of the time. I don't remember these people being that bad though. Unfortunately, little did we know at the time that this was going to be the final generation of Roblox cool people who did not look like this, at least for the foreseeable future. The reason these avatars went extinct, it's not that complicated really. It's pretty much just a dead trend. Probably one of the least cringe Roblox cool stereotypes ever. But yeah, do I miss these guys? Yep, I sure do miss them. These Roblox avatars just stank of the year 2019. It's so laggy. Why is it so laggy? Is that a UFO? I wonder if there are any imposters on it. Wait a second, hang on. Imposter? You know, I really used to like the word imposter before that game came out. Anyways, this is one of my personal least liked Roblox stereotypes of all time. I hated this Roblox stereotype. Oh my goodness. If you thought that the edibles were unfunny people, then you don't even want to know what the Among Us people were like. Not only were these people unfunny, but they were incredibly annoying. Because even if their life depended on it, they would not move on from the stupid Among Us jokes. Oh, and by the way, out of all extinct species in this video, this one I think is the one that is most recently gone extinct. I remember making a really crap video a few months ago and finding one of these things. But thankfully for me, ever since I made that video, I don't think I've seen another one of these things since. I have no problem with people laughing at a joke that they find funny, but when people start to get sick and tired of that joke and people just don't shut up about it, that's when it starts to get really, really annoying. Like, for goodness sake, I found some of the Among Us jokes funny in the beginning, in early 2020, but get this, because it's true. It took people 5 years to finally figure out that this joke is not funny anymore. Most human beings figured that out after 3 months. The reason why these abominations went extinct was for the final time because of cringe. And am I upset that these guys no longer exist among us? No. Good riddance. And as a matter of fact, if any more of them are ever still discovered to be alive, I want them to be put down immediately. Congratulations, young wilderness explorer. You have successfully passed your Roblox Natural History course requirements. Here is your scout badge. You are now a certified moron. Oh. Hang on, it's daytime now. I think we've had just about enough learning for one day. How about we go do something fun now? Let's try to find every single Roblox stereotype. Thanks for being here today, class. I'll see you guys next week. Wow!